Hi, I'm Dr. Marlene Merritt, and if you've been searching for a natural way to lower your blood pressure, then this free video presentation just might save your life. Because in just a few moments, I want to share with you one tasty trick for lowering your blood pressure that the big drug companies would do anything to keep you from discovering. And I'm also going to reveal the one toxic food that you must avoid if you want healthy, natural blood pressure levels. And it's not salt, as you've been led to believe. So please pay careful attention to the information I'm about to reveal to you, because I don't know how long this free video will be available. Now, the moment you learn this simple tip, you'll be able to take control of your own health, instead of living at the mercy of a billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry that wants to hook you for life. Imagine the relief you'll feel, getting your health and energy back, unafraid to sit down for a blood pressure test at home or your doctor's office, confident that your numbers will read as healthy as a 20-year-old's. Watching serenely as your BP numbers shrink past 140 over 90, 127 over 87, 122 over 79, and even lower. And all without having to put dangerous drugs into your system. Drugs that make you feel like you're just not yourself anymore, like you're a stranger in your own body. So if you've ever wanted to say enough to your blood pressure meds, because you're sick and tired of side effects like splitting headaches, energy-stealing fatigue, insomnia, mysterious painful rashes, or frequent urination, and you're convinced there must be a better way to target the root cause instead of just masking the symptoms, then you're not alone. Because that's exactly how a retired railroad engineer named Dan felt after he was put on 6 different medications. He finally had enough, so he tossed his meds in the trash. Now, when Dan did this, his wife was shocked. In Dan's words, she went ballistic. And for a good reason. See, she is an emergency room nurse, so she's witnessed more than her share of horror stories of people who let their blood pressure run out of control and suffered the consequences: kidney failure, blindness, heart attacks, and the ravages of stroke, the paralyzed faces, the slurred, impossible to understand speech, the humiliating disorientation, and the months or years of rehabilitation just so they could manage simple things on their own, like button their own pants after using the bathroom. And those were the lucky ones who lived. Dan's wife knew that high blood pressure is the #1 cause of strokes in America. So you can understand why she was horrified by Dan's decision, especially when you hear what Dan's blood pressure was just 1 week earlier. An extremely high 200 over 100. So high, some doctors would recommend immediate hospitalization. But Dan wasn't being silly or ignoring reality. He was simply a man who had had enough. I'll let him tell it.
We give you this for the blood pressure, and this medication here is to offset the blood pressure medication, and this third medication is to offset your medication we're giving you to offset this one. And that's why I told my wife, I said, I'm taking a blood pressure medication, and I've got 3 other medications to counteract what the blood pressure medication does. And I said, that's crazy.
Maybe you know firsthand what Dan experienced when you're taken for a ride on what I call the drug roller coaster. Because just like on a roller coaster, you keep going up and down as your doctor experiments with one drug after another, hoping but failing to find one perfect fit. So maybe this week it's a diuretic that forces you to sneak away to the bathroom every 10 minutes, causing you to rush to the doctors and plead for something else. And so the following week he puts you on a beta blocker that drains your energy, leaving you stumbling around in a fog. But the ride is just getting started. Because then you get saddled with even more drugs to combat the side effects of the blood pressure drugs. And those new drugs have their own side effects that demand even more drugs, and on and on. That's life on the drug roller coaster.